video is specifically done to help out the rising seniors who are going to be writing essays. I know, right? The dreadful essay. I mean, it is such a simple thing, yet it seems sometimes like a daunting task. And today I'm going to talk about the different prompts that are there. Hello, Coach Joe here. I know I took an extremely long break. I had a lot of things to do and health issues to take care of. So now I'm back in business. How cool is that? How is your summer going? Is it as exciting as mine? My summer is not complete until I go to the orthodontics for my younger son. He's always with either a cast or asleep, and we make fun of him that he doesn't want to do any chores at home. He always is in a cast or with crutches or all that. Okay, jokes apart, let's get started. This video is specifically done to help out the rising seniors who are going to be writing essays. I know, right? The dreadful essay. I mean, it is such a simple thing, yet it seems sometimes like a daunting task. And today I'm going to talk about the different prompts that are there. There are 7 essay prompts and what kind of questions you can ask yourself. And I'm pretty sure by the end of the video, you will definitely have some ideas and you would have zeroed down on what prompt you want to use for your college essay. Regarding the essays, every student has immense potential, passion, and interest and talent. You all are unique in my books. But what the colleges are looking for is a communication, a sort of a written communication about who you really are. And that can be a daunting experience considering the expectation from you about it. It's a make or a break situation that makes it such a daunting task. And that is what precisely I want you to overcome, right? The blank paper stares back at you. You've got to fill it up with words. And I would say just start writing. It doesn't have to be perfect. The first draft is not the draft that you're going to submit at all. But just start. Just start it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right? Perfection is overrated. Okay, so what are the common up essay prompts? Or they're just topics that really help you to start writing. And my view of this whole thing and what I tell my students is go over the prompts, which I'm going to show. See which one resonates with you. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3. It doesn't matter, right? Something to get your creative juices running, and then you start writing. So the first prompt, quote unquote, is some students have a background, identity, interest, talent that is so meaningful they believe their college application would be incomplete without it. If it sounds like you, then please share your story, right? So this is the first prompt. So boom, it's asking about your background. Do you have a sort of a unique background that you want to share? Do you have a specific identity that you would like the colleges to know? A specific interest that you want to share? Right? Do you want to write about the place that your parents are originally from? Where are your parents originally from? Is there something interesting about that place? Is there something fairly unique about your background? This is a place to go about it, right? Is there a specific interest that you have? Interest that is like so much of your passion that you dedicated significant amount of time towards it. Time, energy, research. Is there a specific interest? Okay, or was it a specific place? Is there a place that you visited that you truly liked, that you want to share about? Okay, do you have some kind of a talent or a unique talent that you have that you want to tell the colleges about? So this is the prompt for you. Got it? So that is how you start writing for the first prompt, which is basically it asks you about your background, your specific identity, your interest, and your talent. Continuing our prompt on background or a specific identity, do you have a specific time during your summer vacation, a hometown that you visited that you really want to recreate about, right? So last year when I was guiding my high school student who was applying to colleges, he wanted to recreate a funny incident that happened to him when he went back to attend a wedding with his family back in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana specifically, and he shared a very funny incident there. So do you have some anecdote that you want to recreate, or is it some place that your parents were born, or any specific thing that you want to specify about? Then this is the prompt for you. Okay, now on to prompt 2. The lessons we take from obstacles we encounter can be foundational to later success. Recount a time when you faced a challenge, setback, failure. How did it affect you? And what did you learn from this experience? I mean, this, in my opinion, is a very profound prompt and a very nice prompt to show a softer side of you. And don't be afraid to show your failures. I mean, it shows that you're human. We're not perfect. And what the colleges would like to see is, yes, you encountered a failure. What is it that you learned from it? What are the lessons learned? And how have you overcome that? And what lesson have you taken? And what precautions, or what are the actions you've done? And what has that failure taught you? Right? So these are the thinking for. You had some hardships, you can write about it. You had some disappointments, write about it. But be careful not to criticize anybody when you're writing about disappointments. You had some relationships that didn't work out. Write about it, but don't get too overtly romantic or too overtly morose when it comes to describing some death that you want to write. So there is a balance that you need to achieve it. So what are the obstacles that you had to encounter? Did you have to give up on something? Did you have to give up on an extracurricular activities? How did you fill that out? Right? Was there a hardship or a sort of a significant impact on you? Write about it, right? Is there something that, an incident that you encountered that really changed you or changed the course of your life? Write about it, right? Or you want to speak about a disability. It's not a weakness at all. Right? Writing about a disability and how you have sort of taken steps to overcome that would be a really nice way to start your essay. It's not like you're using your disability as a ticket to get into the best colleges, but it's all right to write about it, right? So over the summer, I discovered that I've lost significant hearing in my left ear. Yeah, it's not very convenient, but what am I going to do about it, right? So when the ENT specialist asked me, are you embarrassed to wear a hearing aid? I'm like, no, anything that will help me bring clarity, I would totally embrace that, right? So that is something that you can truly write. I do have encountered some students who are sort of hesitant to write about their disability because they feel like it's showing that they're weak. It certainly isn't. So these are some of the things that you can just write down. In my opinion, before you start writing that 650 word essay, just sit down and put it into bullet points. And in the future videos, I'm going to teach you how to make those bullet points into paragraphs. Sit tight and we'll go on to prompt 3 soon. Now, prompt 3. Reflect of a time when you questioned or challenged a belief or idea. What prompted your thinking? What was your outcome? Okay, so this is an extremely profound topic, and a lot of students sort of skulk away or don't consider this topic because they feel like they just have to bare their soul, or they sort of have to sound very deep. But in my opinion, it's actually fairly simple, right? If you came across a custom or a belief that's not really acceptable to you in your specific culture, you have to tread very carefully, but you can definitely make it like a topic, right, for your essay, like center it around it. Like you didn't realize that this belief was very prevalent. You came across this specific belief. You can explain about it in detail. And what is your point of view about it? I mean, we know that you're not going to change the world or completely undo people from following that specific belief, but what is your take in it? What is your point of view in this whole debate? What is your contribution to this specific belief or the idea that you're sort of trying to challenge? We're not talking about political issues like BLM and everything. You have to be extremely careful when it comes to expressing your political belief. And you'll find that in my do not do a college essays list, or the cases of death for college essays eventually. But something that you can write can be very simple. Like, for example, you went to someone's house and you were expected to take off your footwear in their house. And you can sort of describe that belief. I'm just giving you an example, right? Or there is another culture that cultural belief or something that you encountered when you visited a place, and you can write about what you think about it, right? Or there was a specific idea that you necessarily don't agree with, or that. So that is prompt 3, which is trying to write about your point of view on a belief or idea that completely went against your grain, right? It totally shook you. It totally made you question your values and your beliefs. That can be a wonderful topic to write off with. So that's prompt 3. Okay, it's time for prompt 4, which is reflect on something that someone has done for you that has made you happy or thankful in a surprising way. How has this gratitude affected you or motivated you? This is also a very nice prompt, and I apologize. I just like all the prompts. I mean, these prompts were made to get you writing. It's sort of giving you pointers in the right direction that the colleges would like to see. So it's very nice. Has someone done something nice to you? Is it a family member? Mostly students write about their grandparents' influence on them. So this is a good area where you can use that. Or was it something that a stranger did to you? Right. So there are so many videos and other things that we see about strangers helping out, going out of the way, give it forward, kind of a thing. Has that incident ever happened to you? Are you grateful, thankful for it? How are you going to give back? How are you going to show your gratitude towards it, right? How are you going to pay it forward? So these are some things that you can write about. And also, you don't want to sound too cheesy when it comes to writing those details, or too fawning about it. So there's a balance. This I would say my take on college essays is being subtle, right? And this is what I completely struggle with my students, because they're so direct, right? All of us are taught to be very direct in our communication, right? You just say what it is, just like the way it is, right? But college essays are not the place to be direct. It's a place where you subtly, creatively, emotionally express yourself, right? So this is a very good prompt to look into. I call it the gratitude prompt, right? So have fun with prompt 4, which is all about gratitude and thankfulness and a good deed that somebody did for you. Prompt 5, the most popular prompt. It goes like this: discuss an accomplishment, event, or realization that sparked a period of personal growth and new understanding of yourself and others. Yes. So a lot of students misconstrue that this is where they pile their extracurricular activities or anything that they've done for college or during their high school. No, this is not a place where you regurgitate your resume, right? This is a place where you transform the admission officer or the reader to the day, to the time when this specific achievement or event or this positive spark that happened to you in your life. So you need to write about that story. It was a moment that everything changed for you. It was a moment like, boom, it positively impacted you. So that is what you want to write here or accomplish with this particular prompt. But at the same time, you've got to be very wary that you don't want to be boastful. Oh, I won the first award in this contest and it completely transformed me. Not so much. Nah. No. Provide more details, right? And also write about incidents that you can completely write a story about, not just a one-liner. Oh, I made my parents so proud by winning this award. No, what did you take from that? And what happened specifically that led you to get that award? Right? Surrounding that, what was the preparation that went in? What are the sacrifices that you had to do? What were the skills that you had to learn to come to that specific moment to achieve that? So those are the kind of specific details that you want to specify, right? A realization. Okay, some incident happened and you realized, you had an aha moment. Oh, wow. This is how the world is, right? So think you should really have a very strong event or an incident to write your whole essay about it, right? So it's not impossible, but it's definitely a way to go about it. But just don't pile on to your accomplishments, because you have spaces where you can specify your extracurricular activities, your grades and everything. This is an area where you show who you are personally, like raw, who are you as a person, right? How do you describe yourself to a friend? Would you say, oh, by the way, I'm a stellar student. I always get the first rank. Is that how you talk to a friend? No, you talk to them about your interests and other things, right? So that is how your essay has got to be. It's got to be like a diary of events, or sort of how you would describe yourself to a friend. Okay, so that is prompt 5. Accomplishment, event, or realization that transformed you. Okay, almost there. We're at the 6th prompt. I call it the passion prompt. Okay, so the prompt goes like this: describe a topic, idea, or concept you find so engaging that it makes you lose track of all of your time. Why does it captivate you? What and who do you turn to when you want to learn more? So this is a very nice prompt, and like I said, I call it the passion prompt. Okay, what are you truly passionate about, right? You like the specific interest so much that you can lose yourself into it. I mean, you lose track of time, right? What are you really good at? The question is, what is that one specific topic that friends approach you for, right? It can be, oh, you like finance? Oh, you like investing? Is it blockchain? Is it crypto? Do you like painting? Do you like dancing? I have like students who've done their Arangetram, love Bharatanatyam dance, or they love Bollywood dance, or they like playing the piano, they like singing, they just love to do it, and they're good at it also to a certain extent. And it's all right if you're not sticking onto something and you move on to it, right? Even I have a very short attention span. I don't stick on to things for a longer time. That's all right as well. Describe about it, right? Put a lot of details around what you have been doing for the specific passion. What steps have you taken to enhance your skills towards it, right? I had a student in my essay camp who's a mridangam artist. He's a musician. So his whole essay was about his passion and his interest towards Carnatic music. It was like so beautiful. So we helped him craft that essay where we centered around him playing the mridangam and how from a very young age he would take a spoon and tap at every object or any surface that was there. So that was his opening. And I will talk about hooks and introduction and how it's got to be. But his essay was centered around his passion for playing the Carnatic instrument. I also had a girl in my previous bootcamp who wrote about her Arangetram. She wrote it beautifully. She told about the amount of sweat sweat and the hard work that goes through doing an Arangetram, and what hardships she had to go and how much time she had to dedicate and how nervous she was to go and perform. That made for a wonderful essay. So passion topic is a beautiful prompt to write about, right? It's I feel it's an easy prompt because you're going to write about something that you truly like. Come on, tell me, how hard is it to write about what you spend day and night over, right? We don't want you to write about video games, right? No, of course, you're not passionate about video games. You play video games, you're good at it. You just don't want to write about it, right? But did you just do something about it? Did you develop a game? Did you do something about Minecraft? Something like there is a programming or something around it. Is coding your jam? Do you like it so much? Do you like mentoring kids? Do you like speaking in public? Does it give you a rush? So basically, how do you spot your talent or a passion? How? Does your heart flutter? Do you get super excited to do it? Can you sort of forget time and stay the whole night working on it? That is your passion. So yeah, prompt 6 is all about passion. And don't ever complain that you cannot find ideas to write for your college essay, or you cannot start because you have no idea. Please write about your most favorite thing, right? So that's all it is. It's a diary entry. You're just going to take like diary and you're going to write about it. I mean, you can either write it or get a Google Doc and start typing away. Okay, so that was prompt 6, passion topic. Okay, we're almost there. Prompt 7. Okay, this is a prompt when you've completely run out of ideas, or you feel like none of the 6 prompts that I mentioned about go with you. No, you have a story that just doesn't fit into any of those 6 prompts. So that's why you have prompt 7, which says, share an essay or any topic of your choice. Any topic, okay? It can be one you've already written, one that responds to a different prompt, or one of your own design. This is like a catch-all, right? It has allegiance to none of the topics or the prompts that have been specified, right? So what do you write in that? You've run out of ideas. You want to write about a family member that stays with you, or your grandmother, or something specific. Also, do you want to write about your experience in it? It's just about anything. You feel like you have so many ideas that it doesn't fit into one of the prompts, then this is the place for you, right? So this is where you write about something that you don't feel like it's an idea, or it's an activity, or it's about an incident, or I just can't think of it. I'm just running out of ideas, because the 6 prompts pretty much cover everything to it. Or is it a COVID topic that you're writing about? Is it about the pandemic, right? Something that you want to write about. So this is the place that you can use it. It's not just the place, but it's a topic that you can write if your ideas don't fit into any of the prompts. So these were the 7 prompts, or the explanation, or the ideas that you can come up with. I know it's like an unknown process, right? Nobody can really tell you what is a perfect essay, or can ever predict that how your essay is going to impact, or how it is going to help you land there. But you know what? You've got to start somewhere, right? So perfection is overrated, okay? The best kids, every kid is unique. The kids who really landed into like good schools were extremely strong essay writers. Okay, so that is a thread that I have been gathering. I have been interviewing a lot of students who got into highly selective schools, and yes, there was something that was very common among all of them, which was not just grades or extracurricular activities or class rank or course curriculum. It was essay, right? Each one of them sort of told me that they wrote an essay that was totally unique, that showed their personality. They were not afraid of showing their vulnerability. I know a couple of students who've gotten sheerly through their creative writing, right? So yes, it is daunting, but let me tell you something, just get writing. Don't be so attached to the results. It will come. And when somebody starts writing out, they don't write out saying, this is going to be the perfect essay. This is going to be my masterpiece. No. When metaphorically speaking, I come to your room when you're writing an essay, I need to see a lot of papers if you're writing by hand on your floor. Yeah, that's the way it's going to be. Your first draft is not going to be perfect. You're going to rewrite over and over and over again, but just start cracking. Got it? So that's it, guys. A video on the 7 prompts, and stay tuned. I'm going to have a complete playlist on college essays. Any other topic you want me to discuss, please send me a note. Join my Facebook group, Pioneer Parents. Subscribe to my email list, and so stay in touch. Until next time, bye now.